Hello. Let's just see if all my comments work. Yes. I'm 1 minute early, so I'll wait for everybody to get on, and then we can start. Hi. Hi Nan. Hi Lavinia. Thank you very much. Hi Linda. If you just want to put a comment, a hi, a hello, of what you've been doing with your day down below, so that I know I can hear that you can hear me and see me well. Hi Meg. Hi Mom. Hi Yvonne. How are we all doing today? Have we had a nice Sunday? Hi Nye. What have we been doing? What have our plans been? The weather's a bit rubbish at the moment, so I've just been inside. Hi Kelly. Right, I'll just get chatting, I think, and hopefully everybody's kind of on. I think you can rewind it once the whole live stream has finished anyway. So a little bit about me. I'm Katie. I'm a musical theatre performer with a love for all things vintage. My favourite era of history is the 1950s. I just think it's so classy, and I love the music and just the whole aesthetic. Hi Ellie. So yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Miss Katie May, and on Instagram Katie_May_29. These are all in the comments just up if you scroll up. There is also a discount code for this live session. It's Katie May Live at Dolly and Dotty. Now it's spelled out in the comments. The first word is capitalised, if that makes any sense, but it's in the comments for you to copy. That gives you 20% off, and that's valid today and tomorrow. So I'll just go through what we're kind of going to do today. It's just a whole beginners pin-up look hacks tips. So we're going to start off with a winged eyeliner. I know that's really scary, but don't be scared because it can smell fear, I swear. So you'll need your black liquid eyeliner and mascara. Then we're going to do like a 1940s, 50s red lip. So you'll need your red lipstick, obviously, and some red lip liner. And then we're going to attempt a victory roll. You'll need some bobby pins or grips, a comb, a brush, a curling tongue, preferably 1-inch curling tongue, if not, absolutely fine. Hairspray and a headband or a scarf if you want to. That's totally up to you. Hi Louise. Hi everyone. Oh my gosh. Thank you Amy Banks. The dresses I'm wearing today are all Dolly and Dotty. This first one is the Catherine red tartan swing dress. I'm wearing a size 10 if anybody's interested. It's got a V-neck, these 3/4 sleeves which are quite flattering. Please ignore my injury I got last week. And cuffs with a little button on. I think that's really sweet. It's also got a 1950s, if you can see, like a flared skirt with a belt and pockets. Who doesn't love pockets? It's 100% cotton as well, which is absolutely fantastic, so you've got your quality there. It retails for £50, but obviously with my discount code it will be £40. I think that's the maths. I think, yes, I'm right. And it comes in a range of colours and patterns. I'll just show you the other dresses before I wear them later on. So the second dress I'm going to be wearing is this one. Right there. That's the Darlene retro polka dot swing dress in burgundy/black. Again, a size 10. It's got really flattering like short sleeves, really wide waistband and a vintage circle skirt with an off-the-shoulder neckline. I think that's really... Stand up and show us. I did. I think that's really flattering. And a side zip. It's 95% cotton, 5% elastin, and it's in the sale. It was £40 down to £35. And finally, this one. This is the Amanda dress, the blue and red rose dress, again in a size 10. It's got a really flattering fitted bodice and a 1950s swing skirt going on with box pleats, and also 2 hidden zips. Who doesn't love two hidden zips, 2 hidden pockets? Who doesn't love hidden pockets? This retails for £40, but will be £32 with my discount code, which is in the comments. And it's Katie May Live at Dolly and Dotty, all capitalised. The and is one of those little funny ands. That's all I know. So let's begin. Thank you so much, everybody, for your comments. If you do have pockets in skirt or dress, are the best. They are. If you do have any questions throughout, I'll try my best to answer them. You're all going so fast watching the footy. I know. Yuck. So let's go into like the history of the pin-up style, where we kind of get these retro vibes from. So the term pin-up was first coined in 1941, and it relates to the fact you pin up these racy posters of these girls on your wall or wherever you want to pin them up. So that's where it came from. But these pictures can be traced back to the 1890s. Before the word pin-up, these images used to be known as cheesecake photos to keep their identity hidden. The male version of this, which I find quite funny, was called beefcakes. So you had cheesecakes for the girls and beefcakes for the boys. So the pin-up girl look we know and love now probably started in around the 1940s, around World War II, but did have origins in vaudeville, music hall and burlesque. I just wanted to point out that although the general pin-up style came from a time that was misogynistic with like dated views, that's not what it's about anymore, really. It's really to empower men and women, and there's even a hashtag on Instagram, hashtag vintage style not vintage values, which does explain this like a lot more. You can kind of get the vibe from that. Let me just comment that discount code again for somebody who's asking. 2 seconds. There you go. You should be able to see that now, or it's just uploading. There you go. So, history of the pin-up model. Miss Fernand, or Fernand Barry, was kind of the first pin-up model in a sense. She had these very racy photos, and they were enjoyed on both sides of the conflict of World War One. Then we go on to the Vargas Girls. These were paintings of pin-up models, so not photos. These were popular around 1942 to 1946, and actually 9 million copies of the Vargas Girls were sent to American troops to keep morale high. I'm sure you understand how they did that. No problem, Paula, at all. Betty Grable was around at this time as well. Her famous swimsuit poster, if you Google it, you'll see, it made her the #1 pin-up girl of the 1940s, and it surpassed Rita Hayworth. Betty Page was also very popular with images in men's magazines. She was quite racy, such as Beauty Parade and Wink. Hello from Paris. Wow, hello from Manchester. I really want to mention as well, BAME pin-up models. I think it's really important to acknowledge that these pin-up models, it wasn't just white models. Actress Dorothy Dandridge and Eartha Kitt added to the pin-up style of their time. And in 1951, Jet magazine was created. They had a full-page feature called Beauty of the Week that showcased pin-up photos of American women, African-American women, sorry, which is absolutely fantastic. And also Chinese actress Anna May Wong also participated in some pin-up shoots, as well as devoting her time and money to help the Chinese cause against Japan in World War II. I think most recently she's been depicted in Hollywood on Netflix. That's absolutely fabulous if you haven't seen that. Costumes, makeup, hair, to die for. Hello from Pembrokeshire. It's like the Eurovision. So today's live stream is based around like the modern idea of pin-up. It isn't necessarily true to 1950s or 1940s historically accurate. So I just thought I'd mention some kind of modern pin-ups that we can take inspiration from before we get into the juice. So I think one of the most obvious is Dita Von Teese. Has anyone ever seen her perform? I know Ellie has, who's watching. She's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't, she is a burlesque performer. You can go and YouTube her, she's amazing. She's known for these blue-black locks, some crimson lipstick. She's very Betty Page. And I've recently found out she has a whole room devoted to shoes, so I think that's fantastic. Yes, Amanda. Also, Lana Del Rey, she dips into pin-up fashion. I think she's got a song called Pin-Up Galore. She's very much 50s, 60s Americana, and her role models are people like Frank Sinatra and Billie Holiday. Also, yes, and Mama Lou, she's amazing. Yes, obviously, sorry, Mama Lou. Katy Perry's also dipped into pin-up style as well. I think we can see this in a lot of her stage stuff. And music videos. I think California Girls and I Kissed a Girl show it best. So that's just some kind of places that you may not necessarily think to look for inspiration. So yeah, one shoe room, please. If only we could afford it now, you know what I mean? So who is ready to do some makeup? Let's just do it, guys. Now I'll reiterate, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a hairstylist. This is just things I've kind of picked up. I've been doing like vintage makeup since I was about 12. It's gone wrong a lot of the time. It's gone right sometimes as well. So this is just things I've picked up. Okay, so I'll kind of show a bit of what the look we're kind of going for. So this is the kind of thing, I've got a visual aid, we're kind of looking for. So between here and there, that's got a little wing and that's got a big wing. Naomi and Pat are ready for makeup, let's go. So the cat eyeliner or winged eyeliner started off in the 1940s, but it really took off in the 50s. So the products I'm using today are the Rimmel Glam Eyes, liquid eyeliner, it looks a bit like that, in Black Glamour. This is $5.99 and you can get it from most drugstores. I'm also using the Maybelline Sensational Sky High Mascara. Looks like that. Oh, my right influencer now, aren't I? And just a eyelash curler, just any old eyelash curler. So in the 1940s, eyes would be painted with like a light brown eyeliner with a little wing, you know, nothing too much. But the 1950s were about eyeliner, and more eyeliner. It was painted in a thin line with an eyeliner brush and finished with a wing. The goal was to create like a seductive, like snatched eye. Eyeliner was in a pencil or a liquid form, and mascara came from what they used to call a cake mascara until the new tube mascara was created by Helen Rubinstein. So the cake mascara or block mascara was packed into a small cardboard or like metal tin with a mirror and a little brush. You would wet the brush and put it in your mascara and apply it to your eyes. A lot of women just spit on the brush. That's not recommended, but you know, saves time. Until Helen Rubinstein's new tube mascara just made everything so much easier. It came out in 1957 and it was called the Mascara-matic with a wand instead of a brush. It's absolutely revolutionary. So let's get to our little tutorial. Now, practice, remember the block mascara. Nanny Norma used it too. See, it's pure facts. Practice makes perfect with this, so don't worry if you don't get it right the first time. You can tidy it up later, do not worry. So I suggest getting a compact mirror so you can get really close to your eye. We're going to open the eyeliner and we're going to breathe. It's going to be fine. So you want to hold the mirror down by your chin and look down into it, and hold the brush horizontal to your eye. So we're just going to start in the middle and then to the end, and then from the start of your eye here to the middle, if that makes any sense. Ooh, name your Adele. So I might be a bit quiet for this, but it's going to be fine. We want to keep it as close to the lash line as possible and really thin. There we go. Now I'm going to do the other eye. Steady hands. Yeah, just a bit. So that's kind of what you're going for. It's not much at all. We can always add later, but you want to go in with a kind of a thin line that's close to the lash line. Which eye can you do best? My left is always wonky. Ooh, probably my, well, yeah, probably my right. Is that my right? Right if it's on your face, if that makes sense. My left is wonky as well, I think. So, yeah, so I recommend a product with a very thin brush like that if you're going to attempt this. Now for the wing. Some people like to put a piece of paper and guide the wing on like that. I find that's too fiddly. You've got too much to be doing. No. Some people also say it's an extension of your lower lash line. Now I have quite, I think, hooded eyes. So when I relax my face, you can see some of my eyelid like flap comes over. I don't know. So I just follow that on and take it down a bit. There's like a crease here. So I just take that down there. And again, keep it really thin. We don't want too much. And then just join it up to that line you've made. Like that little wing. Wait till you get to 50. I know. If it's already shown now. God knows. Just join that, go down here. Do those match? Yes, they do. Fantastic. So you can see I've done a little wing there. The trick is to go for it little and add more. So we're just going to join up just in, just a little bit in from right at the end and join it up so it's like makes a straight line. I cannot talk when I'm doing this. So you just make kind of like a little triangle there. Can you see that? There you go. So that's kind of just what I do basically. So now we're just going to get our mascara. Or should we coat? No, I know what we're going to do. So we're going to get our mascara and just coat the, thank you so much. Thank goodness I did. And just coat the top lashes. I've already got a bit of mascara anyway, but only the top lashes. So just coat them and just do a little wiggle. I just like to give it one coat before I get in with my eyelash curler. And just curl them lashes. That was so mascara face then, wasn't it? Like so. Like that. And then I'll give them another coat because why not? There you go. With this, I think it really depends on your eye shape. If you've got hooded eyes, if whatever you've got. And there's so many tutorials out there on YouTube and whatnot that you can. Do people used to do bottom lashes? No. In the 40s, no. In the 50s, Marilyn did. So if you want to do a Marilyn, you can. But not a lot. If you do the bottom lashes, you're going into the territory of the 1960s and looking a bit twiggy-ish, which is absolutely fabulous. Just not the pin-up look we're kind of going for today. So yeah, that's kind of just what I do. Keep it small, breathe, don't cry. If you have made a mistake, I suggest getting some concealer and a little brush like that. Wait for it to dry and just tidy it up. Or, you know, if you've completely mess this up, just take it off and we'll try again. Practice makes perfect, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's time for a costume change. So I'm going to get changed into my next outfit. I'm going to put a bit of music on. Any comments, questions, have a chat with each other while I just have 2 minutes to go and get changed, and I'll be back to do our lips. Okay, let's put a bit of music on for light entertainment. See you in a second. I am back. I'll turn this down for you. There we go. So this is the Darlene retro polka dot swing dress in burgundy / black. Obviously you can find all these products on the Dolly and Dotty website. Flower in the hair. Oh yes, if you're replying to Naomi, where it add a little vintage style to modern day look. Oh, pearls, earrings, flowers. Nice frock, thank you, Lou. Just finish a cup of tea. Oh, we all having a chat, cute. Ah. So yeah, I think we should just move on to the lips. I am using Ruby Woo by MAC, which is $17.50, and a Maybelline Colour Sensational lip liner, there we go, in Brick Red, which is $3.99 from most drugstores. I think the lips are the most important part because it can make any outfit vintage. It just gives a bit more glamour. So, visual aid again. Here we go. So these are your 1940s lips. Let me just make sure I got that right, yes. These are your 1940s lips, these are your 1950s lips. So in the 1940s, lipstick was basically a way to boost morale during the war. The style was a full symmetrical lip, like that. In the 1950s, the fashion was pouting lips in either like a red or a pink. Women achieves this look by over contouring their lips, so going outside their actual lip line with a lip liner. So that looked a bit like this. In the 50s, chemist Hazel Bishop invented kiss-proof lipstick, which claimed to stay on all day. Before this, women would just have to take the lipstick out and keep reapplying it, which is a pain. So let's just get to it. We're going to start with the top lip first. Gonna get my little compact again. So this is what the end of that looks like. Brick red. Let me just see if I've got any questions. Lovely dress, thank you. It's Dolly and Dotty, funnily enough. So just get your compact again. And we're just gonna slightly overline it, what they call it today. So I'd overline it just here and here. I'd stay the natural lip line just down here, and again at your Cupid's bow. Gotta have a steady hand for this, wowee. Nice. So that's just slightly overlining it, make it a bit fuller. Thank you, Nye. And then we're going to do the same to the bottom, just overlining it, just right under the middle of your lip. I bet that's such an attractive face I'm making, isn't it? If you do go a bit overboard and you start to look like a pantomime dame, don't panic. Because you can just tidy it up again with some concealer and that little brush again that you used for your eyeliner. Obviously not at the same time because you're going to get stuff all over your face. So you can either put your lipstick on with just the tube itself or a brush. I like to use the tube, just get the most colour out of it. There we go. Does that look alright? Good. Don't answer that. So, a very important step in the 1940s or 50s makeup regime. Can you please be my personal makeup artist? Oh, Meg, I wouldn't do a good job, honey. You don't want me. Of course, next time we're at work, I'll do it for you. Was to blot your lipstick with a tissue. So I was watching this tutorial the other day, and she literally kissed a piece of tissue with her lips. So I'm gonna do that. The look is to get it very matte and not shiny, not glossy. So I just do this, point. There you go, there's not much on there to be fair. But it is a, this is a matte lipstick anyway. The Ruby Woo by MAC is a matte lipstick, so it's, you've got that vintage look anyway, I would say. So how is it all going? Let's just check in. Are we understanding what I'm saying? Yeah. Are we all doing well? Can you all hear me still? Can you see me? I guess so. I'm guessing that's a good sign. So yeah, that's kind of it for the lips. Do you use bronzer or brush for your base? I use, when I'm doing a vintage style, it's normally just blush because fab, all good, fantastic. Thank you. It's usually just blush because they didn't really contour. I know there's a big kind of thing around contouring. You're lovely, thank you so much. A big thing around contouring now, which is great. do that if you want to do. There are no rules. I should reiterate that. There are absolutely no rules with vintage style, pin-up stuff, whatever. You can really, I can see in here, fantastic. Love the colour of your lippy. Thank you. There's really no rules. Yeah, you can do what you want. So you can contour your face if you want to. More authentic look is just doing the blusher. I followed a Marilyn base today. So she did it on the apples of her cheeks and then just moved it up slightly to her cheekbones in like a corally colour. So yeah, but obviously if you do want to contour, you can contour if you like. So yeah, just going for a matte lipstick, red obviously. That's probably the best thing to do, and a lip liner. I think this is slightly darker than the lipstick, which I quite like because I think it looks more pouty. So yeah, any questions about that, please pop them in the comments before I have another quick change and get started on the hair. Shout out to Amy Banks, who's watching. She's my dresser for today. She keeps unzipping the back of my dress because I can't get to it. So thanks very much. Right, I'm just going to wait a few seconds just in case there are any questions about the makeup, about vintage styling, about anything. Thank you very much, Nye. About anything to do with vintage, about my background in vintage or whatever. Thank you, Amy Banks. Just checking I've got lipstick on my teeth. Oh, I have a bit. How embarrassing. There we go. Right, okay, if we are all, what made you get into vintage style? That's a very good question. I don't know. Probably from like watching musicals as a kid. Me and Mum watched a lot of Grease and Hairspray, so that's probably where I've got that from. I just think it's very classic, and I just think it, for my body shape, I'm quite short and I'm quite curvy, and I just think it looks fab on me. So yeah, that's kind of why I like vintage and where it came from. Who's my vintage inspiration? Naomi already knows the answer to this. It's Julie Andrews. I adore Julie Andrews. I love everything to do with Julie Andrews. Yeah, that's that. I went to see her in like a live Q&A a couple of years ago, and I cried. And also Marilyn Monroe, obviously. I think that's probably a lot of people's inspiration, because the style was so classic. And there's a lot more. I don't know whether people really know. We love Julie, yes we do. I don't know whether people really know, but she did a lot more than just kind of be a pin-up model. She did a lot of kind of activism stuff. So if you want to Google that, I won't get into that now. But if you want to kind of Google that, it's really, it is interesting to learn about. Right, I'm going to get onto the hair now. So we're going to be doing like a bit of a victory roll pin-up thing. So if you want to get all your stuff together, I'll do another quick change. I'll put on a bit of music, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Again, have a chat, talk amongst yourselves, and I will see you soon. Let's just get this music on again. There we go. Hello, I am back. What's everyone's fave era? Mary's keeping the chat alive. Fabulous. Oh, we're like a little gang. Right. So this final dress is the Amanda. It's blue and red rose, like the colour. It's £40 or £32 with my discount code. Let me just see if I can paste it in there again. Oh no, I think we've lost it. But it's at the top of the comments, my discount code. So now I'm going to show you a really simple, like, pin-up hairstyle. This hairstyle I got from its Instagram. It's at LeQ Vintage Salons and Parties. They've got a couple of salons around this country. They are absolutely incredible for makeup and hair and all sorts. So go and check them out. So I'm going to be using the Denman 7 Row brush. This is really fantastic, actually. I've seen a lot of vintage hairstylists use this one. Beautiful dress. Named after your mom. Yes, it is Amanda, who is my mom. Thanks, Mom. I've seen a couple of stylish use of this. A comb, Schwarzkopf Got To Be Blasting Freeze Spray for Screaming Hold. And it says glued on it, so I don't know where that comes in the name, but this is fantastic. If you don't want your hair to move, this will do it. Some bobby pins, and my curling wand. This is Babyliss. It's just 1 inch curling wand. I've seen it recommended on a lot of vintage hairstyling places. And these little head scarves, or neck scarves, whatever you want them to be, from H&M. I just think that's quite cute and classy. So let's just get started, and I'll just talk as we go along. Please ignore the roots. I've been in lockdown. So I'm just going to start with the side part, because I just think that gives it more of a vintage edge. Would you recommend a black headband for vintage style? Did you wear headbands? Yeah, they did, yeah. Or more scarves. Whatever, really. Whatever is available to you. Yes, they did wear, hello, Rebecca Lloyd-Price. They did wear headbands, they did wear headscarves. I think that gives it more of a vintagey vibe, I guess. Wearing a headscarf more than a headband, but do what you want to do, there's no rules. Right, okay, so I'm going to spray a little bit of heat protectant because I'm going to be curling my hair. Please do this, because you're going to avoid split ends then. Look at that 80s little quiff we've got going on there. Not the look we're going for, but we're going to work with it, you know what I mean. There we go. So, I'm going to take this kind of middle section here, maybe just in line with the end of my eye. Right here. And then take it to about just where your ears come. So about that much. You can make this as big or small as you want it, really. The more hair you have got, the more you've got to work with, and maybe it'd be a bit tricky, but just do what you want to do. So we've got that. There we go. So we're just going to back comb this to within 1 inch of its life. Vintage styles have a lot of back combing. Some of them do. I should say some of them do have a lot of back combing. So just be wary of that. Maybe not do it all the time because it can be damaging to your hair. So just take your comb and start back combing it. We want this as one kind of massive lump of hair, if that makes sense. Looking very 13, going on 30 at the moment. Thank you. It's not a bad thing, just not the look for we're going today, you know what I mean? Oh wow, we're looking like Cindy Lou Who. But if you look like Cindy Lou Who, it's going right, okay? So, there we go. So you've got kind of one block of hair, okay? And when the look's finished, no, I'm joking. We're going to give that a bit of a spray. with your got to be. Dress is so nice. It is, isn't it? I just think it's so wedding-y. Yeah, give it a bit of a spray and a bit of a comb like together just to make it a bit more one cohesive thing. Wow. Would you recommend a teaser brush for this or a comb best? Either really. I find that a comb I can get in my hair more, and that's just why I use one. You can use a teaser comb, I suppose that's what they're for, but that's totally up to you. Now we're going to roll it kind of towards my face. We're going to take 2 fingers and we're just going to roll it around the fingers is what I'm trying to say. Like this. And this can be a bit twiddly, so don't panic if you don't get it first time. We're on a learning journey together, guys, you know what I mean? Try and open your bobby pins with one hand, which is proving quite hard. There we go. Take your bobby pins and just pin this bit to this bit. Don't try and pin this bit to your head because it won't work. So there we go. And use as many bobby pins as you want because we want this to stay. Oh, there's a bit of a flyaway. Rightio. Make it nice and neat. Just going to try and get that flyaway piece of hair in. Hey everyone, loads of people are joining. I do believe you can watch this live from the start. Once it ends, it'll be on the Dolly and Dotty Facebook page. So there we go. Any questions, do pop them in the comments. If I know the answer, I'll answer them. There we go. Just like that. Give that a little spray. There we go. Now this is totally up to you if you want to use a headband or not, or just leave it like this, whatever you want to do. I would probably now put another curl in there, but this is just a quick tutorial. Do I know 2 become 1 by the Spice Girls? I do, Naomi. I do that. If you've ever seen Gavin and Stacey, that's what Stacey says in one of the episodes. I can't see the comments yet. I think if you are on a phone, you can just click like the little speech box. It should come up there. I'm not very technical, I don't know. Anyway, totally up to you if you want to wear a scarf, headband, whatever you want to do. Put it behind your neck and then just tie it. You can either tie this in the centre or just off to the side. Keep looking at your hair and thinking, maybe I should dye my hair blonde. Natalie. I wouldn't recommend it. Once you go blonde, you just don't want to go back and it's very costly. So that's the kind of thing it should be looking like. I like to just cover the tops of my ears because it makes the band look thicker and not like hide behind your ears. So you can just put a little bobby pin in there if you want to. And a little bobby pin in here. Rightio. Now we're going to start curling this bit. I'm a newbie to all this, kind of no idea what I'm doing. Hi Nikki, that's absolutely fine. We all have to start somewhere. I suggest going onto Instagram and just going through all the vintage hashtags and whatever, all that good stuff. Obviously keep following this page for more live streams. I hope to do a lot more in the future. But yeah, I think you can watch the live stream from the start once this one's over. And I'm showing you how to do this winged eyeliner, bit of red lippy and this little pin-up look. Thanks so much for joining, Nikki. So I'm just, I was going to say charging my curling tongue. I'm not doing that. I'm just waiting for that to heat up. So I'll go through a bit of like the history of how they did their hair. So during the 1950s and the 1940s, they used pin curls. So you can either do that. I think you might have seen people use foam rollers, like those pink rollers. They could do that. Or just pin curls where they took their fingers and rolled it the hair around it and pinned it to the head. It can be wet, it can be done wet, it can be done dry, but you have to have the right hair type to do that. The first curling irons were heated like directly onto fire or on top of the stove, and you put them on your hair and it frazzled it. So that's probably not the best. No problem, Nikki, at all. Probably not the best thing to do because your hair would just fry. So yeah, the first electrical curling tongue was only invented in 1959, which actually you had some control over the heat. So yeah, pin curls were kind of the thing to do. So I'm just going to see if that is, I think that's all done now. Rightio. So with these curling tongues, you just open this little bit. I'll put it behind my hair, if that makes sense, and you're curling towards your head. I've got to look in the mirror to do this because I will burn myself. We don't want that after that injury we had last week. They used rags as well. Yes, thank you. They did use rags. Funny story about rags. I used to do them for school. And it didn't look good, ladies, let me tell you. You could probably get them, you know, way better than I could. But it did look like I'd been dragged through a bush, which really wasn't the look I was going for. So I used to rag my hair for school. So with these curls, you want to curl it towards your face instead of away. It just gives it more of a vintagey look, I guess. But this is totally up to you. I mean, if you are in a rush in the morning, and you want a bit of a vintage vibe, but you ain't got time, you look fab. Thank you, Meg. For school, I know now. And you don't have time to curl your hair, you can leave it like this. You can leave it, you know, if it's straight or whatever. You can just do that. There we go. So if anybody's got any, I can't believe we've only got like 10 minutes left. This has absolutely flown by. Thanks so much for watching. If anybody's got any questions about anything, vintage stuff, anything I've done today, any of the dresses, please pop them in the comments. What? Is that to the ragging thing? Yeah, please pop them in the comments if you've got any questions, or just what you've been doing today, and we'll have a chat. Yeah, so I'll just leave it for a couple of seconds. This can get really hot, so you don't need it on for that long. But if you talk about pin curls, actually, there's a lot online of how to set your hair in a pin curl. 10 minutes. Oh no, 10 minutes. What? I'll have to come on again. There's a lot online of how to set your hair if you want to pin curl it, and what the celebrities did, which is quite interesting. It takes a lot of practice, so it's probably not, you know, for a live stream. Looking lovely. Thank you, Carol. It's probably not for a live stream, just because it does take a long time. But if you do want to Google pin curl patterns, you'll probably find a load of good stuff there. So I'm just going to do a little gentle curl like that. Make sure that's off. Then I'm just going to take my Denman brush. Please do more. I will. Don't you worry. If anybody's got any requests on live streams, anything they want to see, let me know. There we go. We just kind of want that little soft wave look. Maybe you could do a step-by-step guide which is written down for us to go back to. Oh, I could do. You know what I mean? I could do that, Bex. Hi, Mandy Barradale. And then we're just going to end with a bit of hairspray again. What's your go-to hairstyle for daily vintage style? I really like, probably like the early 60s. Can I just light my screen up? There we go. Probably the early 60s with like a bit of a mini beehive. I think it looks very classy, and it doesn't look too out there. I understand that, you know, some people don't want to go out looking like this to work or whatever. You know, sometimes you don't get the attention you want. But I think, thank you, Mandy, so much. I think that yeah, like a little mini beehive. I've got like curtain bangs as well, like Brigitte Bardot. So that's what I like. Brigitte Bardot, that's another, oh my gosh, another great vintage influencer. She's inspiration. That's amazing. If you look at Brigitte Bardot, her hair is fantastic. Looks great. Thank you, Nikki, so much. Yeah. So any suggestions for future live streams would be amazing. I would love to come on here again and thanks, Kerry, and do something else because I've had such a good time. You've all been so lovely to me, so thank you. Nobody said it looks horrible, so that's lovely. I did have a couple of questions that people have asked me on my Instagram. If you want to find me on my Instagram, it's ke_may_29. So I got asked the best hairspray, which is this one. It's the Got To Be by Schwarzkopf. Blasting Freeze Spray. Yes. It can be a bit spenny, but you don't need much of it. We love you. Thank you, Alex. You don't need much of it. You certainly cannot comb through your hair once it's in. You can't put your fingers through your hair or anything like that. It just cold it, okay? So if you don't like that feeling, I wouldn't recommend, but it keeps it in all night, all day, forever, until it comes out. So that's probably the best hairspray I'd recommend for vintage style. What else did somebody say? Bumper bangs. Yes, so somebody asked me what bumper bangs kind of were. Yes, it's the best hairspray, Tracy. Trust me. Somebody asked what bumper bangs were. So they were like a big fake fringe, we call it in the UK, like bang, I guess, across your forehead. You know, if you do want to do this, obviously loads of tutorials online. I can do them in a tutorial if you want another live stream of that. You can use like a bit of like, you know, like a bun donut, and roll that up with your hair and you get a big fake fringe. They would usually wear that with like a little scarf and like a ponytail. It's very like cutesy and teenagery and everything like that. Another question, do I prefer polka dots or stripes? I think I prefer stripes. If I had to say, I know it's not an option, but my favourite one's gingham. Anything gingham I will wear. So yeah, that's me pretty much done. I've kind of said everything I want to say. If you have got any questions about the hair, let me know. Do you have a YouTube channel? I do have a YouTube channel, Naomi. Do I do tutorials? So first, my YouTube channel. I would love for you guys to go and check that out. I do vintage fashion videos, funny, weird challenges. I've done one that was a 1940s like wartime hacks, and I put gravy onto my legs, and there was a purpose to it. You'll have to check it out. Anyway, it's Miss Katie May on YouTube. So if you type in YouTube Miss Katie May vintage, whatever like that, I should pop up somewhere. Do I do tutorials? Not usually. This is kind of first kind of tutorial thing I have done. Just because I'm not a makeup artist by any means. I'm not a hairstylist. But I hope you think it's been worth watching, I guess. It was just, yeah, I just wanted to keep it very basic, just for like the newbies to the vintage world, that you know, you can kind of just start off and start practicing instead of something really in depth. That might be a bit tricky to do. So yeah, oh my gosh, I've got 5 minutes. If anybody wants to, I've got any questions, any suggestions for future live streams. I am thinking next time I come on here, hopefully I can come again. I'd love to do like a 60s look. This is very mid-century, but I'd love to do a 60s look. Very twiggy. Fabulous, learning a lot of new things. Thank you, Kirsty. Very twiggy, very like a lot of eyeliner and eyeliner down here and a bit hippie-ish. I'd love to do something like that. If you guys would be interested in watching something like that, please do let me know. it's probably better you are a makeup or hairdresser, as it gives us mere mortals have half a chance to be able to recommend it too. Oh, thank you, Shez. Yeah, I just learned all this off YouTube or Instagram or Pinterest. Yeah, and I understand that a lot of people haven't got access to some of the products that the big high-end vintage YouTubers use. So I just try and keep it fairly simple and easy. But thank you so much for watching. Have you tried vintage makeup, like old mascara, which was like a solid bar? No, I haven't. Literal vintage makeup I probably won't use because I don't want an eye infection or anything like that. But I am looking into I think it's Besame Cosmetics. They recreate old makeup, lipsticks and mascaras and all sorts like that. And I know they do have a cake mascara which I'm looking into getting, so I could do a little review, maybe. Absolutely great. You've come a long way since Headband in the Caravan. Headband in the Caravan. I don't know whether I remember Headband in the Caravan, but thanks, Lou. You'll have to remind me about Headband in the Caravan. That sounds an interesting thing that I probably did do. So interesting, I love a makeover. Absolutely. Thank you, Katie. It was really lovely. Thank you. So yeah, 3 minutes left. Oh my gosh. I just want to ask your mother. I will. Oh, I understand what you're saying now. I know what. You have a chat between yourselves, guys. I just want to say thank you so much to Dolly and Dotty for giving me the opportunity to do this live stream. Hopefully I can do another one. Thank you, Carol, for watching. Hopefully I can do a lot more, actually, of whatever you want, whatever you think would be helpful to you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting and being really active. It's been great. Thank you. Because I was a little bit nervy about doing this. It's my first live stream and it's my first time working with a company like Dolly and Dotty. So yeah, so amazing, Sunny. Thanks for all the tips. No problem. Night was lovely. Thanks so much. Thank you. Again, you can find me on YouTube, Miss Katie May. Find me on Instagram, Katie_May_29. Hugs to all. Yes, hugs to you all that came today. I'm so pleased it went well. And I didn't mess anything up. So that's really good. So yeah, my discount code is at the top of this comment, at the top of these comments. Hopefully you can find it again. That's valid for today and that's valid for tomorrow. So yeah, I think that's all. That's everything done. Thank you so much, Meg. If you did enjoy this, then please come again. And I hope you have a wonderful evening, whatever you may be doing. I think that's it. How do you say goodbye on a live stream? I don't want to go. Thanks so much, guys. I will end it now so you can carry on with your lives. But thank you so much. Bye.